Hi everyone, how are you? This is Luciana with Motion Crafts and our animation stamps and die cuts. Today we're going to be using our animation die cut set, DC102. That's the small animation card that let us make a 3x4 animation card. What we love about this animation card is that as you open and close, you can see all your stamps moving, and it's like magic. It's like so cute when you open and close and see your stamps move. What's also great is that you can use it in your scrapbook layouts, in your planners, and also in your cards. We're very excited that now you can find our Motion Crafts products in Michael's, so this is how it will look in the store. Included in this animation die cut set, you will also get an animation grid and an animation stamp that's a little owl that jumps up and down. We're going to start by die cutting the front of the card using the main die cut. If you have a pattern paper, then just move the die cut along to find the right pattern that you want to put in the front of the card, because this is going to be the front of the card. I'm using white cardstock as the base because for the front I'm going to be using a 3x4 rectangle that I cut from a 12x12 paper from the Good Vibes collection. So once you die cut, just fold along the scoring line, and then I like to do it on one side and then fold it again and do it on the other side just to make sure. Now measure your grid and cut it to size and glue it to the arms and to the side too, just to make sure it is secure. Once you're gluing your grid, and make sure that it's straight, because this is going to be the part that's going to be moving along with your stamp side to side. So you want to make sure that when you glue it, the lines are straight. One new product that we have is the skinny double-sided tape that's 1/8 of an inch, and we absolutely love and makes everything easier because it's so skinny that it fits in all these little parts, and then it doesn't leave any other sticky parts that won't prevent the slider from sliding or the little animation card from sliding back and forth. I'll leave the link below so you can check it out. So everything looks straight. I just like to fold again along the scoring lines with my bone folder just to make it easier when we open and close the card. For the second part, you want to cut your paper at 5 3/4 by 4 inches and fold it in half. This is going to be the inside of your card, so when you open and close, this is the paper you're going to be seeing. Once you fold your card in half, I like to go over it with my bone folder just to make sure that when we open and close, it's easier to do it. So now that we have part 1 and part 2 ready, there are a couple of things that we can do for our frame and window. You can die cut your window only on the right side, so the front of the card is like a regular card. Or you can also die cut the window on the right side and on the left side going through the front of the card, so you will see the animation stamp in the front. At the end of the video, you can see both projects how we did it. To make sure I'm die cutting my window in the right spot, I like to put part 1 and part 2 together just to make sure where the animation arms and where the grid is, and to make sure I'm die cutting in the right spot. Because the frame is a little bit wider on the bottom to match your Instax picture, we're actually die cutting the window a little bit up towards the top of the card. That's another great thing that we love about this die cut set. Also use your die cuts with your Instax pictures and then coordinate it with your projects or your albums. And you can also die cut the words hello, smile, friend, XOXO, and you can die cut it straight on your frame or in your project. Now we're going to glue our inner card into the inside of the front of the card, so to the left of the grid. So make sure that the edges align and then secure the card. Now I'm going to glue the front of the card because if you remember that I used a piece of paper that I cut off a 12x12 paper, so that's why I'm gluing it on the front of the card. But yours should be ready because if you die cut it, your main die cut from a pattern paper. So now we're going to test it out and you'll see how the mechanism is starting to work. We have another video using the same die cut set where we die cutted the front of the card as well. So I'll make sure to leave that link also so you can see both ways like we did it. To finish the card, what I like to do is use the main die cut again to die cut the back of the card. This time what we're going to do is first make sure that you fold along the scoring line back and forth. And once you do that, just snip off the little animation arms because we're not going to be needing those. But I like to die cut it again because it's the perfect measurements and it gives me the scoring line in the right spot. I'm going to use my skinny double-sided tape again because it's perfect for that scoring line. So I'm just going to place the tape there and glue it on the edge of the card, so right above the animation grid. Just make sure that you're gluing everything straight and in place, so when you open and close the card, you don't see any parts like peeking out. So this is how we close the card, and we have the back part ready. So now just flip it around and try the mechanism again, just to give it a try and see that everything is working. One quick tip that works for me after we glue the back of the card is to put a little piece of washi tape right there when I'm showing you in the card, is where the back of the card meets the inside of the card. So if you put a washi tape right along that edge, you see the grid is above my fingers. When you slide the grid side to side, it won't get stuck on that lip of the back of the card. So putting washing right there, it will make everything run smoother. So your card is now ready and assembled. Now we get to put our animation stamp inside. But before, I'm just going to cut a little bit of this extra paper in the front. You won't have it because you did everything with your die cut. But because I added this extra piece in the front, it's just a little bit over my front of the card. Included with this die cut set, you get the animated stamp. There's a little owl that jumps up and down. It's super cute. But for this project, I'm going to be using another animation set. That's the growing garden. I just thought that stamping the two animated birds flying off the card, it will be super cute, and it will coordinate perfectly with this beautiful pattern paper from the Good Vibes collection from crepe paper. So I can show you a little preview of all the animation stamps that you get in the set. We call it the growing garden because you have the watering can, just pouring some water on the flowers and making them grow. And then you get the cute birds flying in opposite directions. And look at that snail walking and going. And so everything is really nice in this set. We really, really like it. And you can use it for different projects and occasions. So to have a reference on where to stamp, I like to open the card and then just make some marks with my pencils, just so I know what is the window, how big is the window, and where I'm going to be stamping my animation stamp. So remember to stamp straight, so the lines of your animation stamp align and coordinate with your animation grid, and when you run the animation grid over it, or when you open and close, the animation will work perfectly. Now I'm going to stamp my second bird on the bottom left. All the animation stamps now, they have a straight edge that is easier for you to align with your block. So just make sure that you use that as a reference to put your animation stamp straight. After I finish stamping, I erase all the pencil marks, and then I try it one more time before closing it and gluing it down, just to make sure that the animation works nicely. So we're going to test. And then we can see the two birds are flying and the animation is working perfectly. So we love it. It's a very happy card. It's very cute. You have the birds inside and the birds that are flying, and makes it very magical. Now to finish and close the card, we're going to put some skinny double-sided tape on the top and on the bottom. This is why the skinny tape is so great. This is 1/8 of an inch and it fits perfectly here. And then in the bottom we do have a little bit more room, but here just make sure that it's not touching the sliding part of it, otherwise the grid is going to stop right there. And then do the same in the bottom part. The way that we put together and close this card is exactly the same way that we're going to put together the animation card DC101, that's the bigger size. We're going to have a new video showing how we put together that bigger animation card. But if you already know how to do this one, then you're going to find it very easy to put together the bigger version of it. So to finish up your card, just close it and press down where you just applied your glue or tape, and just test it and your card is ready. The only thing that we have to do now is just to add the frame around it. So just choose the paper that coordinates with your project. This one is from Create and Craft. The metallics is so beautiful. And then you can choose one of the other die cuts just to put some like smile, hello, or some of the other words that come in the set. They're super cute too. This metallic paper coordinates so beautifully with the inside of the card that I'm loving it. So now I'm going to choose one of the words here. So we have hello, friend, smile, XOXO, love you. So you can do love you, be you. And then happy, so be happy or just happy. And then I heart you. So it's very cute. You can mix and match and coordinate and also put a frame in the front and in the inside, and you can just use it for any occasion. So after I die cut the word in my frame, I'm just gonna add a little piece of white cardstock so it's easier to read what it says. So I wanted to use this beautiful animated card in one of my layouts, so you have an interactive element and something fun that you can open and close and see the magic of the animation. To start my layout, I used my watercolors and I used bright pink and bright yellow to coordinate with these beautiful papers and splattered around some color. And here you can see the other animation card that we made using the same die cut set and using the actual stamp that comes in the set, the little owl that jumps up and down that is so cute. And you can also see that we die cutted the front of the card and added some frames. For this card, we thought it would be super cute to add a shaker in the front of the card. So that's what we did. We used the frame for the front also, and we used one of our embossing punches, the heart one, so it looks really cute in the front. And for the animation heart, we used the one that comes in the Loving Cat set, and for the little stars around it, the ones in the ballerina set. And here I wanted to show you how the frame that comes in this die cut set fits perfectly with your Instax pictures or with the ones that you print with your Sprocket machine. I have other examples here, and look how cute and adorable these frames are with these pictures. You can use it in your planners, in your layouts, or any other project. You can even put a magnet behind and put it in your fridge. So this frame just works beautifully with all your pictures. This is one of my favorite animation die cut set. It's so versatile and you can do so many different projects with it, and it's so much fun. I hope you like this project and you learned some tips on how to use your animation die cuts and stamps. So have a great day and thank you so much for watching.